Right. Okay, now we're getting some really nice ones. Fish eating animal. What? The wolffish is marvelous because it's such high prestige, but look at that. The tasseled wobblegong shark. We are getting you. I would like to expand this area out a little bit. How much room we've got over here? Not enough. How about over here? We've got quite a lot over here, actually. Marvelous. Let's have a look at you then. Sword box fish. You don't mind having light, which is great because you're now living in here. Maybe even two of you. Sure, we'll go with two. That'll work well. Do I want anything else in there? There's probably a couple of things we can pop in there. Could have, well, no, there's nothing that small, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame, but I could pop you in there, I suppose. You don't eat crustaceans, do you? Size of that particular size? Nope, you don't. So I could have a red leg hermit crab in there. You know, just living, doing stuff, keeping the place all clean and things. Sure, you can live in there as well then. There we are. That's going to be a lovely little tank. It is a small tank, but it's nevertheless quite beautiful, I think. Right, you've got your food nearby, which is great. I do need some rocks in there, though. So let's go ahead with some live rocks. That'll cover everything we need. And add a little bit to the water quality in there. It's always nice. And we'll also pop down a little compass, I think. Something nice for the crab to walk over. It'll enjoy it, I'm sure. Right, okay, so we need to adjust you. You're a cold water tank, so I don't want you playing around with it. But if I place that there, that'll be fine. Oh, that one's no longer accessible, which is not fine. So I guess I'm putting you there. Actually, I suppose I could just have this there. There we go. And we then want a little bit of extra filtration. There we are. Nice. Perfect, in fact. I'll do lovely. Now, I think what we're going to want to go for next is more than likely to get some podiums up and running. But let's have a look at these. Also, Angelfisher Joan can now eat size 7s. That's fine. Marbled Serpent Starfish 1 has grown. Can now eat fish of size 8. Where are you? Please take me to you. I don't want any of my fish to die. Right, let's have a look. Starfish. Where are you? There we are. You are size 4. Poop. What do you eat? By placing tank mates. Wait a second. Did that not say? Oh no. It was just saying there was additional space. I thought it was saying that it could eat fish of size 8. No, it is now size 8. Right. Okay. Panic cancelled. Alright, let's go ahead and get some podiums up and running. I would like a podium perhaps around here, just on the entrance point. Definitely like a podium down here, maybe even 2. Actually have them closer to the tanks as well. In fact, no. Let's get this podium over here. There we are. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's get a couple of headsets around. Is there anywhere convenient I can place this? Not really, but we'll make do. And we'll have one just tucked in there somewhere. I don't want to put it against that because it's not a very tall item. I guess I could have one there. There we go. All right, so what do we want to run a talk on? Not basic aquarium info. No. Tank maintenance, maybe. The disco mushroom talk. There we go. And I'll have that every 2 days. This one can be... Oh, actually, this mushroom talk should start at 3. This one, the leopard shark talk, that one can start at 9, sure. And I want that one every day, every other day. And finally, we could have the Regal Tang talk, sure. And that one can start at midday. And again, I want that one every 2 days. That should do well. Talks I found are a brilliant way of getting that initial research in. Super, super useful, I've found. There we are. Excellent. All right, I think people are doing well so far. We've got a lot of prestige flowing in. The coffers are filling. Now, we need a small crestle tank. Do we even have crestle tanks? That's one thing I didn't check. Yes, we do. Fried egg jellyfish. Let's go and have a look at you. You take 4 to 11. So we're going to want at least 44 for the size there. Okay, we can do that. Certainly it is a possibility. How big is the crestle tank of size 44? Okay, it's not a huge tank actually. There's plenty of places we could squeeze this in without it being an issue for us. We could make it a little bit bigger and even fit more things inside. I think that might be quite cool. Sure. All right. Well, where are we going to pop this? I think before we get down to that, I'm going to have to move over the cold water tanks into the same area so I can hook those up with a single pump. And then following that, probably expand this little area out just a tiny bit down there. Ooh. I would like some popcorn. Just a little area down there so I can hook these two to this tank. And then, ooh, wait. What's happened there? What's wrong, striped boxfish? 2 days without cockles? Shh. No one needs to know it happened. Especially not the fish. The fish don't need to know. I need staff to, rush down here right now. Yes, we've got one of each. Please hurry. Please hurry. Don't let them die because of me. I'm such a derp. The fates have been kind. They've looked favorably upon this derp. They've decided that it was amusing enough not to punish me too severely. But my goodness. I've got to pay more attention to where I'm putting things. But on that note, I think we're going to look to get our new toilets in place. And that's also going to come along with shrinking some of this space a little bit. So, for example, we can now paint that and then pop down the really, really swanky toilets that make our guests happy. There we are. There's one. We'll get another one down here, much the same way. Just going to get rid of you. You sure want to sell the object and all contents? Is it asking me that because I could have sold the customer inside? Is the customer considered a contents of the toilet and thereby free game for me to sell? Let me try that again. No. No, I don't want to sell any customers in the toilets. As amusing as that may be, I'm going to resist the urge. There we are. There we go. Nice and tidy. We've upgraded our toilets. I can only imagine that the guests are extremely happy about this news. There we go. Day 9. We got a new male. Oh, you've leveled up. Marvelous. Okay. I would like you to level up. Honestly, I would like you to level up feeding. I'm a little bit scared about what just happened. That was my fault, not yours, but nevertheless, please level up. Right, okay, so we want to move the cold water tank across to this one. I'll just let them finish feeding. Right. This is going to take a little bit of shimmying around, so let me go ahead and get these out of the way. There we are. And the tanks that I've placed around here are there for a specific reason. Right. Let's get you in position. That will actually kind of work, only not. So, no. We will make a little bit more room down here. We don't need that much room, though. Let me shimmy stuff around on this side. We've got enough money now to expand without too much concern about not being able to move stuff around. So I can buy more room easily enough. I would like you to live about here, sure. I'll pop you in there. I would like you to connect here. And I would also like you to connect here. There we are. And you, I would like you to connect there. There we go. So all these tanks are now hooked up together. It means I can get rid of this without any issue whatsoever, which is glorious. As for all of the food, Well, I'm moving it a little bit far away from where it's going to be used now, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. That being said, let's shrink this down a little bit. We don't need that. Oh, will you please stop painting it different things? There we go. Now, we want a cold water pump here. So let's go ahead and grab a power pump. And we'll pop it here. Hook this one. And I'm hoping you can reach the other. Oh, drat. Okay, that's actually easily fixed. Because this one can happily... Okay, let's just hook you up there. This one should be able to happily move and still connect to that as we wish. There we go. And just connect you up there. Sorted. And now this one can slide into this position instead. There we are. Nice and simple like. Now, what do we need in these tanks? Well, first and foremost, we're going to need some chilling. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those. In fact, I'm going to get rid of all of these except for the nitrate skimmer. That one is going to have pride of place right there. So, we need cold water and a lot more quality to the water that we've got. So, let's start off with a large chiller. Right there. It's good enough, but it's a little bit of room for error. So, let's go with a double filter there. We'll then get a large filter here. There we are. We'll get a large protein skimmer as well. And we've got a little bit of room, should we need it, for another nitrate. And you know what? Sure. We'll do that. This place is now sufficiently high quality and sufficiently cold that even with multiple failures on that pump, it's never going to put those tanks at risk. And that's very important to me. I don't want there to be a time where a single item can fail and then jeopardize the entire tank. Or multiple tanks in this case. Right. And so the last part of my job then is to reposition you there and to hook you up with a bit of heating and a bit of water quality. And since we've not brought over the setup yet from the pumps, we can just do it with that, just by itself, in fact. But again, as I was saying, I don't like to have a single point of failure, so we'll do this instead. There we are. And that should keep this tank nice and safe. Perfect. I approve. Okay, so with that job done, I think this little corner section is actually fairly well maintained. Now, looking forward, I would quite like to move this across. Now, what kind of water do... Ooh, okay, we've got the tasseled wobblegong shark. Marvelous. Let's go for the Achilles surgeonfish. But what I wanted to look at was, is this warm? Ah, it is warm. Good, good, good. That means we could hook it up into this water if we particularly want to do. Let's have a look at it, you know. This docile jelly doesn't have much of a sting. And because of this, small fish and shrimp hide among its tentacles for protection. Oh, that's actually kind of lovely. Cannot be housed with any non-other inverts. Oh. Well, I mean, that's useless then. I've got no small fish that can hide with it. Damn it. Oh, well. Okay. Well, I'm thinking of having the castle tank right around here. It's going to take a little bit of finagling, though, to move everything into position. Let's start off by expanding out the room that we're going to be working with, because I'm going to want to drive this a decent ways back. About like that. And then push this back as well, similarly. There we go. We're not going to paint it until we know what we're dealing with. So, a nice big castle tank. As big as it can. There we go. Let's just move these aside just for now so that they are at least accessible to my staff. So, you, I'm going to want probably somewhere back here, honestly. And yet, I want it to be readily accessible to everyone who's looking there. Okay, I think time for... Oh, well, I'll let you feed first. And then I'm going to move the tank. Someone is coming along to feed that as well. I'll wait for that to happen. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about it for a little while. So let's shift you out of the way. How am I going to position this castle tank? Well, first and foremost, I want it sunk into a wall so that I've got ample room around it. But I also want to have a decent access for my guests to move past this tank. So I'm going to pop it here. We're going to do a slight move around of these filters, like so. I'll keep that there. So this is going to be the path moving out. We will almost certainly want staff access back here. We're probably going to repaint the walls. Something like this. Now, this is quite a tall one. I'm not sure we're easily going to be able to do it like this. No, we're going to need to move it up by one so that we've got enough room for the stairs that we're going to need from our staff to access this properly. So let's pop you down. And then steps. Excellent. We're going to go with... I'm going to keep the wood on the side theme, but then the stone at the top. I'm still not entirely sold on it, but let me know in the comments down below what you think about this wall texture and whether it's something we should try and preserve. I'm not sold. We are going to need that flagstone texture on the floor, though. I'll just paint it like this for now, and then we'll decide how we're going to be painting it otherwise. There we go. Right, as for the actual castle tank itself, sure, we'll go with wood. There we go. Excellent. All right. Now then, we've got the staff entrance there. We're going to have a corner tank along here somewhere. And we're going to need to drive this down even further, actually. This is not what I was expecting to do. Let's just shunt these down a little bit, make some room for our repositioning of things. At this point, getting a proper pump would actually help a lot. So I'm going to say that we're going to have to do that. So let's expedite that process rather than trying to shift everything around and then find a space for the pump. We'll go ahead and we'll build the power pump now. That way we can at least hook all of these things up to it. So we're going to move you across. You're going to move across as well, as will you. And finally we'll just drop that in. There we go. And this can happily connect up to you. There we go. That should work nicely. And down here, we're going to have another little nook. There we are. How have I painted this one? Wood on the side, stone on the back wall. Okay. Make sure it's all correctly painted. Nope. That's bamboo. There we are. Right, with that, we'll have a little spot there that I can pop some things. But we've also now got a new area for books. Well, we don't really need them, though. Unfortunately. Got a few too many, frankly. But maybe I'll move one of them down. We'll find something else to go there in time. In fact, this little bin can live there now, actually. Yeah, that seems to make a lot of sense. I think that'll work well. And because I feel that having good rubbish collection is fairly important, we'll go ahead and just place another one over here as well. There we are. I don't want my guests dropping litter on my floor. It pains me every time they do it. Right, we want a door. Just a little staff door. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this area. I don't like this tank. I will probably switch that tank out for something else in time. But for the time being, we'll just keep it as is. Over on this side, we're going to build out a wall. Again, I'm not sure what I'm going to put here yet. So this little area is going to look a little bit empty. I appreciate that. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to resolve that in time. In fact, I'm going to just sweep this up just a bit. Something like this for now. There we go. That gives us a little bit more room to put some more important items. That being said, as much as I want to do that, the problem is we can't push that wall back anymore. Well, let's put it like that. So we've got a little room for some comfortable benches for our guests. There they are, and they can watch the castle tank there from there. Right, okay. So with that done, I'm just going to go ahead and hook this tank up over there. Excellent. Now, oh wow, all of them going down at the same time? That's like sabotage levels of unlikely. My goodness. Let's see. Now, here's the question. Who wouldn't want our aquarium to succeed? There we are. Perfect. Right then, time to get our fish. We need 4 fried egg jellyfish. Let's pop you in there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sufficient lighting. We need powerful lights. Let's get you as well. Womp. There we are. Sufficient heating. We need that food. Isn't that one that you're getting? No, it's all the way down there. Okay. Well, then we want another one over here then. There we are. Perfect. And we don't actually need any kind of tools there because there's nothing there to be fixed. But let's just make sure that our jellyfish are okay in here. I think they're all right. Generally speaking, yep, they seem to be. Seem to be fairly happy in that tank. It's got a lot of room for more jellyfish if I want, and if I can unlock them, that would be cool. Can I put any kind of decorations in there? I can. Huh. Wasn't expecting that. All right. What kind of decorations do we want? Let's go with, yeah, we'll have that there. And we'll have, well, that's a little bit too big. I think I would like a lantern at the front. There we go. We're going to make a nice and varied little area for our fish. And I like that particular plant because it's nice and tall and it also takes up 3 spaces. And then we'll get some eel grass down the bottom there. Yeah. Quite like this, actually. Quite like it. And we'll have some kelp at the back. There we go. Don't need any of that in there. We're just putting it in there to make it look nice. All right. So that's our first quest. Hopefully we'll get that done. Horse-eyed jacks have grown. Ready? Oh, no. Now they... that's bad. They're now up to their full size. Okay. Where are you? All right. The insufficient needs a larger tank. Well, aren't you just Mr. Picky? And they can also eat you, which is rubbish. They can't eat you. You're too heavily defended. And they can't eat you because you're just too massive. Poop. I need a place with space of 10 that I can shift you into. Clearly that's my next desire. Nope, can't fit you there. I can fit you here. You don't eat anyone, so that would be great. Is anyone here dislikes cannot be housed with dotty backs, grammars, or antheas? I don't believe you count as one of those. Let's move you across. Womp. But you're unhappy. You're unhappy because... What? What is making you so unhappy? Oh, it's not big enough. Well, drat down and blast, eh? Is there enough room over there? Not quite. But have we got someone who could move elsewhere? You need 48. What's this? 36. What about you? You don't have any particular need. You'll eat crustaceans. All right, I think we've got an option here. Move you over there. And we'll move you up there. Okay, you're happy in your new home. But what about you? Why are you unhappy? Ah, there's bullies in there. Drat. Ah, you're a bully. Okay. Well, we just need to find a new home for you then. You're only a size 3. Is there anything in there that will eat you? Nope. Yes. Okay. Will you live over here okay? That's fine. You might, in fact. Yeah, I think we can move you across. Can I pop you in there? Sort of. The others are unhappy. Insufficient rocks. Insufficient rocks. Well, that's fine. We can easily get that sorted. Let's get in a new rock then. And that should make everyone happy. I do actually enjoy that the game has this kind of puzzle element to it where you're trying to find the right place as the fish have a changing environment. You're looking for new places to fit them in and stuff like that. I actually really, really enjoy it. Right, you're a bully, but it's fine. You're happy where you are. No one in here is going to try and eat you. That's good because we've moved a couple of fish around. So we'll just go swing back through the tanks one last time. You'll eat crustaceans of a certain size. You're a wimp, and you've got size 8. You don't eat anything, so that's fine. And finally, last but not least, you're size 10. You're happy in this space. You'll eat stony corals. There's nothing there of that nature. You'll eat fish with a size 5. You'll eat fish of a size... crustaceans of size 3. And you don't eat anything, but you're fairly well protected regardless of what happens. All right. Now, you may have noticed that I have left a lot of room around here, and that is because I do intend to grow that tank, but I was hoping that I wouldn't have to do it for a while. So, the problem with this is I need space to move this tank so I can build a bigger tank. Because it's a beautiful tank, I would like to set it up much the same. Alright. Well, we're going to need the room, so may as well make it. Let's go ahead and expand this little area out down here. There we are. And obviously paint all of this as well. So that our staff know that this is a staff-only area. They would get confused otherwise. It's like, but the floor isn't varying shades of blue. Clearly the guests are allowed in here. This is what you've taught me. And I wouldn't be able to say a word against it. Well, I would be able to say several words. It's just, it would be unfair of me to do so. Just pop these up here. Just tuck them behind. All right, there we are. And shunt you down a little bit. And there we go. So, our Belfast tank, which has a capacity of 150, we need a capacity of 162 now. And they could still grow, couldn't they? No, they can't grow any further. Okay. Let's see. Belfast tank. There we are. We could even go for a tunnel tank if I really wanted to. That would give me a 225 tank, and it wouldn't cost me that much to do. What about the tunnel tanks, though? 280. Cost me a fair old bit, but gorgeous. Wouldn't you agree? Let's try and keep it narrowed in. Yeah, I think this would be a lovely tank to have. I truly do. So, we want it to be 4, but then as long as we can make it. Donk. You're going to love this tank, fish. It's going to be amazing. The best tank ever. Try that back. Unfortunately, though, we're going to need to move these around a wee bit. And I don't like getting rid of walls when I don't need to, so we'll just tuck these back. Pull this out a little bit. There we are. Tuck those back. Pull these out. Oops, sorry. Pull these out a little bit. No, sorry, you can't sneak behind. No. Not happening. Not this time. It's happened already once before. I learned from my mistakes, damn it. I would love to sink that in if I could, but I guess I'm not going to. Let's have these instead. Well, let's see how we would be able to fit this. Let me just move this wall away. This way, I'm going to be able to have a look at how much room I would need if I just shunted everything back. If I sunk that in there, yeah, that would be a gorgeous tank still. But I would need to slide a few things back. Or I could sink it in all the way there. That is tempting. I mean, it's not like I haven't got loads of room at the back here that I can place things in. I mean, technically speaking, I guess I don't. Can I expand that out? No. I'll poop. Okay, we've got a bit of moving around to do. But I'm up to the challenge, I feel. Actually, let's move all of that up there. I'm going to need to remember to clear that room, but it's fine for now. Pop that in there. Let's try and mirror this design, though. That's fairly important to me. Let's move all of this up and out of the way. Now, at this point, I can just tuck these back in behind. Sorry, you can't be back there. I can squidge a bit of this around. That's roughly what I want this to be. Something like that. Now that does pose the problem of being able to fit all of these filters around that I want, which is kind of an issue, but alternatively, oh no, I still can't actually fit it quite that well. That said, since this particular filter isn't needed in the shape that it has, let's try and move this around a little bit. So I'm going to get rid of this for now. We're going to slide this back across there, hook it up, and then hook this one up as well. There we go. We're going to expand this area out. We want 2 on either side. So 1, 2 comes down, straight down though. Okay. We're going to want to move this one across then a little bit to mirror the design. Oh, yeah. Close that wall off. There we go. Okay. Now that is okay for the time being on that side. We can move this. Well, there's not actually many places I can put it, unfortunately. What a potch. I guess I'm going to have to just live with not having the toolbox in there in order to have all of the food that I need. Because I would prefer them to be able to access the food a lot faster than access the toolboxes faster. For the time being, anyway. And we've also got that spare Belfast tank now that we're going to have to find a place for. Not sure what we're going to do with that one, but we might even keep that as just a an incubation tank. So when we have a fish that will be safe in a specific tank once it's fully grown, we can just have it in this tank for the time being. Something I've been meaning to do in the previous missions quite a lot, but I've never actually sat down and properly set one up. Okay, this is starting to look a little bit better. We do need the better protein skimmers, I think. That's becoming a necessity. For the time being, though, let's just move across everything from one tank to the other. Then we'll decide what we're going to do next. So let's get you over there, and you, and you, and you. And then move over all your toys. There we go. Get a little bit of this at the back there. Some eelgrass too. Get some kelp at the front. A little bit of kelp at the back as well. Should be able to get this very nicely decorated, especially because we've got so much more room now. There we go. Now, what's wrong with you? You are unhappy because there's not enough heat. Oh, of course, yes. We need to hook that up properly, don't we? Just make sure that this is connected. There we go. Now then, we're not quite at the right levels of heat anymore. And we're not quite at the right levels of filtration anymore. That's a bit of a bummer. Would we be able to get away with this? Really? No, just shy. Just shy. Well, we could get rid of you. Replace you with another large protein skimmer. That should take care of the water quality. Only just, though. I'm not really in for playing with only justs. We need another pump. as much as I've tried to avoid it. Alright. Well, that's fair enough. Let's go ahead. We only need a small pump for this one. Just pop it here, hook it up. I want some extra heating. On there. We've got more than enough heating now, so I'll add in an extra protein skimmer. This is not the best way of doing this, but because I'm mixing and matching things all over the place, but it'll be good enough for now, I think. The other thing we can do is we can get rid of this and place 2 of the walls over there just to isolate that little nook. Oh, there we are. Because I really, really like having a toolbox wherever there is a large group of machines that I need to maintain. I just feel it's so much safer to do it that way. But there we are. We have sorted out the walleye jacks. I'm actually fairly pleased with that. It's a good resolution, if you ask me.